Good YouTube and everybody, thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. We really do appreciate it. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers, subscribers, and our members, because without you, we're not us. Let's talk about McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Black Mask as Batman. This figure is available now, and all the links are down in the basement if you want to purchase this figure and see the pricing. So looking at the figure itself, I think it doesn't look too bad, even though it's a reuse of the body parts. Some stuff were modified, but most of the body is reused, but it still looks pretty decent for reuse. My thoughts are it's okay. I just want to know what you guys think about it. Are you going to pick it up? What do you think the price range should be? And does the figure look good? Let me know those things in the comment and we'll talk about it. But right now, what we'll do is go ahead and roll this guy off the stand and let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure them up. We'll start with the inches first. You know, I like to measure my figure standing up because that's just what I do. If you like to do something else, you can. Okay, for the inches side, it looks like he's right at 7.5 inches. Right? About 7.5. And if you look at the centimeter side, if he's at 7.5, he should be right at 19 centimeters. Maybe a little under. Right? That's where he's at, and that's what we're working with today. Okay, so let's take a look at the appearance, but let's get a little bio on who Black Mask is. Black Mask is a crime lord in Gotham. He's pretty big. He's very ruthless. He has a beef with Batman for the fact that I think that Black Mask killed his parents on accident or on purpose, I'm not sure, in a fire. So they had a business. He took over it. And also, it was starting to go down because Black Mask didn't know how to run the business, so it was going bankrupt, and Bruce Enterprise bought it, and that's why he has the beef with Batman. So there, that you see his face in that skull look, it's because I think that him and Batman got in some kind of tussle, and the mask that he had on before, because he's obsessed with masks, it fused onto his skin. So he had this black colored skull look when that mask fused on his skin, and that's why he's called the Black Mask. Now, when he's called Black Mask as Batman, this is when he tried to portray Batman to make him look like he was doing crime, make him look like a criminal. So he put on a Black Mask hoodie over his already infused face, and then he went around doing some crime, trying to make it look like it was Batman doing it because he hated him so much, right? But let's look at the figure up close. Okay, so let's take a look at the appearance. There's not much to it because you don't have a lot to go off of. I tried to find some photos of him when he was posing as Batman. You've seen a couple glimpses of things, but never a full body set. So let's go over it the best we can. Okay, looking at the figure on his head. Now, I am a fan of the skull, because that's correct the way it's shaped, because that's what happened when the mask fused onto him. So the skull is his face with the mask fused on him, right? But then you look at the bat ears, right? That's supposed to be a mask that he slips on, right? That's not supposed to be connected to his skull. So that's quite off. This is supposed to be a different piece. He's supposed to be Black Mask, and the coloring is supposed to be all black. Then he puts the Batman mask on with the ears, right? And that should be a different color as well. This looks like it's all fused into one skeleton, and that is incorrect. That is not the right way, right? So if you're looking at that, you can see it. That's wrong. So this is not supposed to be infused. This is not what infused to his face. It was a mask that he made out of his dad's coffin, and that's what infused to his face, and we had an all black face, and he looked super ugly, right? It was a skull face that was all black, not this tealish color. So this is wrong. And then you have this cape. Not sure what color cape he wore, but I'm sure it's probably black. This is blue, but it does have the wiring in it, which is nice. Okay, your body's gonna have the emblem there. We really don't know if that's correct either, but there you have it. If you look on the back of the packaging where the trading card is, I guess that could be the accurate look of them, but I have to do more research on there. So you're looking at the all black. You do have the midnight blue kind of accent, and you have it there on the gauntlets as well. This is, and your utility belt has the gold there, and your underwear, your diaper, got the blue color as well, and the boots too, right? So it's nothing to it. We've seen this body before. This is of a reuse of the Batman, tactical Batman, right? You can see it there. Look at that. Let's show you that. You see that? Pretty much the same. The boots are the same. Legs. Your underwear is the same, just painted different. Utility belts were removed, and you see the body there, right? Shoulders, all that's there. Even the capes are the same. They're the same, just different color material, right? You just rip it off. And of course, the necks are the same. You could have possibly that use the same head sculpt and just drill different holes to make that a skull. So that's the same there. So just a reuse. That's what McFarlane does. He reuses all his stuff. But this is a very distinctive reuse. So it'll pass. So it's not bad at all. But you see the appearance of it. There's not much to it. But this is a total, almost a total reuse. Just a repaint and a different head sculpt, right? And there you have it for the appearance. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. We'll start with the extra pair of hands. You see him there. I got him in a little pose. That way you can see his hands. There you are. So let's go ahead and grab one of them and check them out. We'll start with, I mean, they both look the same. A little bit different on the fingers, how they're positioned, but basically the same. Okay, here's the first one. There you go. You got, of course, let me clear it up. Okay, there it is. You see it? It's okay. It's not that great. The detail is okay. You do have some stretching by the palms to give it that look, but there you have it. Nothing too crazy. You can't even really see a nail or two. I know it's on the glove, but sometimes you can see the nails in the gloves. There goes a little bit of design there. Is that veins? It's quite all right. This is McFarlane at his best at rushing these figures. That's what he's doing, and we all know it. And we're paying high prices for them. But there you have it. Nothing too wild there, right? That's not that great, and we know it. There you have it. Let's take a look at the other hand. You saw how they looked on them. They did look good on them, but when you go to detail, not so much. Here it is. There you go. A little more open. Grab somebody in the face with this. A little bit of detail there, right? And there you have it. Not great at all. There you go. Pretty basic, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the hinge. The syringe, not the hinge, the syringe. This is a little better, I guess. Not by much, just because of more stuff had to be involved with paint. But if you take a look at it, there it is. You can see how the two fingers are in the hoops of the syringe and then the thumb. That's not that bad. The paint's not that bad. Of course, the black on the glove is okay, just like the rest of the hands. But then you look at this syringe. This is tacky. Look at that. It looks like a popsicle that somebody just put inside where his two fingers are. Look, somebody got a popsicle and smashed it in there. That is terrible. That is a bad job. Make that look like there's plastic of some sort with the paint jobs you guys have. Look at this. That's terrible. That's terrible. That doesn't even look like a syringe, right? Okay, so you see that there? Not a great job on the syringe. Okay, on the hands and the specks of the fingers going inside the hoops there. That's okay. All right. Okay, so next we'll look at the keys. He has these keys, and I don't see how you can go wrong with them. As you can see them there with the keys. What do you even do with these, right? Here they are. Okay, there's your keys. How do you go wrong with these? Paint them bronze. Get one looking different than the other, right? Put them on some big hoop, and there you have it. Bronze keys. Wow. I'd rather take something else than these keys. Maybe an extra head portrait, extra hands, weapon over these for sure. And there you have it. And that's going to do it for the accessories. Okay, for the packaging, let's take a look at it real quick before we dive into it. We know McFarlane has pretty basic packaging. It's been the same for a long time now. You do have the window cutout. You see the action figure and all the accessories inside the bubble. And of course, the action figure base and the trading card in the very back, right? Of course, at the bottom, DC Multiverse, Black Mask as Batman. And you have the ages and the 22 moving parts and McFarlane toys on top with the open cutout right on the window there. In the side panels, DC Multiverse, Black Mask as Batman. Beneath the mask, McFarlane toys, right? Okay. On the side here, DC Multiverse, open window, Black Mask as Batman. Also, you have some stuff there. You can pause that and check it out if you like. And of course, the barcode, if that helps you at all. Let me get that focus there. There we go. If that helps you at all, take a look at that. And here's the back. We know McFarlane Toys loves to blow up the trading card. There you go. That is it. Okay, and that will do it for the outside of the packaging. No surprise there. And yes, inside the packaging, you see the action figure base and the trading card. I do not take mine out at all. Keep the card in mint condition. And you know I do not touch the action figure base. Okay, and that'll do it for the inside of the packaging. Okay, scaling them up. You see them there with Darkseid. Darkseid's a mega figure, of course. Let's go ahead and put that tactical Batman in there. Give you that view. Okay, you got it. So you see how they look together? I don't think they look too bad. You can see the real resemblance of the two figures with Batman and Black Mask there. So just give you an idea of what they look like, and you can see it there. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you even think they look good together? And do you even like Black Mask at all? Okay, you get the idea. Okay, so let's check out the articulation. Let's see what we got. Like I said before, reuse. Seen it before. This is nothing new to us, right? You see it? Let me back it out some. There we go. Okay, so let's start with the head movements. We're going to be, let's see, we got it on. It's not coming off at all. Okay, I can see that it's on a ball and socket. Okay, so we're on a ball and socket here. There you go. It moves fairly well. You do have your 360, you do have tilts. As long as you have your tilts, your 360s, and your downs, and you can look up with the figure, it's okay. That's a good thing. So there you have it. So that's not bad. We've seen that before. Looking at the arms, the rotations, they're gonna be on their flies there, the latches. You can see that. So that should fly fairly well. You have a wired cape, so you have no limitations on that. You do have your cuts there for your bicep swivel, double jointed arms. They are there, right? Your hands are interchangeable, so they do rotate and they move fairly well, and they have those latches of their own. You can look real closely, the little piece there, that's a latch of their own. So you do have that, right? And of course, the torso moves, and then the lower waist is not moving at all. So the lower waist is more stationary. Okay, it's just the sternum, lower sternum moves, lower waist has a little issue, right? Bottom of the figure by the legs, you do have the click flies there. They have those clicking positions and they click. And then you do have the double jointed knees. There you go. Pretty easy. And you have the rotations in the feet here. Right by. See the little joint, that ugly joint showing. And you do, they're sitting on rockers. No rockers at all. That's strange. Not even sitting on any rockers. And then you have the pivot in the toe. Right? Okay. Of course, we do have our wired cape. That's always a good thing. That's there. So the articulation, same as we've seen before, because we've seen other figures have it, right? There you go. And that will do it for the articulation. Okay, for the pros and cons, I don't have any cons. So let's just go with the pros. There's no cons because the figure is what it is, right? So let's go for the pros. So we do know this is a reuse. I showed you the whole entire body. You just add an extra head sculpt, or you might be able to carve it up and do as you wish. More likely, extra head sculpt. You do have the same cape itself, and you do have accessories. So the figure looks good. With being that it's a reuse, it still looks really good. You have your accessories there. You have a couple, and you have an extra pair of hands, and it's not bad. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and give the figure, I'll go ahead and rate it a 4 out of 5. That's what I got it, a 4 out of 5. Let me know what your ratings are, and let me know what you think. Okay. And you guessed it, you can get it at BigBadToyStore.com. Just check out BigBadToyStore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational, or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.